Hey guys and gals, Trevor here. Give me one sec while I fire up the PowerPoint here. But there's not going to be a ton of PowerPoint. Mostly a lot of Q&A, kind of outlining what we're going to be going into, what we're going to be doing the next 4 weeks, really. Because this is the start of this beta program. And really kind of outline the next week and what we're going to be doing with getting your websites up, all kinds of cool stuff. So give me one sec while I fire up the presentational. Okay, cool. Before I do, I'll wait another minute or so, let a couple more people come in. It looks like almost everybody's on, which is awesome. So thanks a ton, guys and gals, for hopping on here because it's really important that, of course, you took that first step. You took the first step of joining the beta program with myself and my team. And that's the easy part. The easy part's out of the way. The easy part is going and signing up. Now the work begins. And like I said at the start, this is going to be work. It's not going to be a push button kind of thing. You'll see in marketing out there, push button. Make money without having to do anything. Sit at home. The system does the work for you. And I think really a lot of people have got jaded by that because there's been a lot of that out there. And anyone who is savvy and smart enough and has been around the block enough knows that there's nothing out there that is going to get great results without you doing the work. And I heard an awesome quote from a guy in my mastermind program last week, and I put it in that email to you guys. I think the first one, and the quote was, the only place where success, what is it? Okay, yeah, here it is. See, it says the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary, and it sums it up really well. So this is week 1. We're going to dive in over the next 4 weeks and really do a lot of work. But like we're going to go into here in a bit, we're going to do a decent amount of that work for you. Once again, you've got 2 hours of our time, 2 hours of my time, my team's time, to go through and do the work for you. And over the next 4 weeks, there's going to be a lot of content and training that we're going to put out there, but we're going to give you a structured format to say, okay, let's do this week, this week. So by the end of 4 weeks, we're at a certain point. We're not just going to throw a bunch at you guys and let you run. But if you are a little bit more advanced, hey Don, great to come in, man. Thanks for hopping on. If you are more advanced and maybe you're past what we're going to go over 1 week, we're going to have other training for you as well to where you can start doing some stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you have questions, because we are going to do a Q&A, and I'm going to open it up for Q&A at the end, and we'll do this every week where I'll open it up for Q&A. If you have questions, shoot them through anytime, then at the end, I'll hop out and do a Q&A. But tonight's the intro, so let's get rolling. And I guess first of all, can you guys put through the little questions panel, put a big old fat yes if you can. Okay, Patricia, is it coming through kind of quiet? Hey, okay, cool. So guys, are you guys hearing me okay, or is it coming through pretty quiet on your end as well? Okay, Patricia, everybody else is saying it's coming through fine, so I'm not sure if you have a setting on your speaker where you can crank up the volume, but you might try that. I'll check back from time to time. If guys and gals, if we get in and you can't hear me, okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, if you can't hear me or see the slides or for whatever reason, shoot it through the questions panel. We'll get going. Also on the call is my brother Kyle, and you guys are going to be working a lot with Kyle on the customization stuff, and he's hopping in here. He'll be able to answer a ton of your guys' questions via email. You can always email him at support@reitheme.com, and he'll be your point man with this stuff. So Kyle's going to be a huge resource for you guys. So all right, let's dive in. And I'm going to try to keep this to about 30 to 45 minutes, guys. Just kind of respect your time, and of course, so we can get out of here as soon as we can. So awesome. First of all, congratulations for joining us in this little closed beta program. And like I said, this is all about building a solid online presence the right way. This isn't about a push button thing. This isn't about not doing any work. This is about setting up your web presence in a way that's effective, the way that real businesses do it that get real results. Because there's a lot of systems out there that say, hey, here's all these free leads for you, but they're the same free leads that 100,000 other people are getting the exact same one. So how are you going to compete against those people when you're joining a system that's given 4,000 people the exact same leads? It's just kind of a flawed concept in my mind, and really that's the easy way out. That's the easy way out to go and say, hey, how can I get leads in a business that I really want to change my life and not do any work to get that. So I hope that kind of raises your alarms, your internal alarm when you see that kind of stuff. And this is the opposite of that. Like I said, this isn't a push button thing. This is what the foundation of your online presence can be built on. This can really help build your business in a big way, but it is going to take some work. But like I said, we're going to do a lot of that work for you. So this call is mainly just an intro call so we can get some stuff cracking. All right, so just kind of set the frame for it, just so you guys know where I am right now. So that's a picture of me. I did a little video tour of our Entrepreneur Co-workspace here in small town of Roseburg, which is where I live. And my brother Kyle actually lives in Los Angeles. So any of you who are down in Southern California, down in LA, hit us up, and it might make sense for you to meet up with Kyle in person, maybe for a coffee or a beer or something like that. But Kyle is in Los Angeles. I'm up in Roseburg, Oregon. Awesome place if you love the outdoors. And this is our Entrepreneur Co-workspace that I started about a year ago called The Loft. It's a 8,000 square foot spot just off our main street here downtown. And we've got other businesses that are working here. So this is, the reason I say this is, of course, to set the stage for where I am, because it's always kind of cool seeing where the people that you work with are actually at when you're talking with them. But also to kind of set the stage for showing creativity in real estate, because this is a deal that I did a year ago once again. It was a vacant property downtown. Nobody had been in this space for a year. Everything that you see except for the furniture is exactly like it was when we moved in, and we just got really creative. We gave the building owner a win-win situation where they are filling up this space that was vacant. I'm bringing in a bunch of businesses. It's creating a revenue stream for my company, and it's creating a really kick-butt work environment too. And here's some other pictures. So that was our lounge there. You can see the bar in the background, the big screen TV. That on the right's my office. That's exactly where I'm sitting right now. That's kind of an older picture. There's some pictures behind me on the wall right now that aren't in that picture, but that's the desk I'm sitting at. I love the big old tall brick walls. That's one of the reasons I picked that office. That's our bar once again. We have events in there, and that's just some of our open space. You can see the little hockey stick sitting down there. One of the guys who works here brought a street hockey set. He got it at Fred Meyer. It's like a random store here in Oregon, and every now and then we'll go over there and play street hockey or shoot the little stomp rockets in there or something. But that's a really important thing, that you get yourself in a work environment that can make you productive, that can get you around other people that make you productive and inspire you to do great work. So if that's your home office, awesome. For me, it wasn't. For me, I had to get out of the home office because I did my best work when I was around other people. So is a coffee shop that place for you? If it is, awesome. Go there, carve out some time. Let this motorcycle get by us. Carve out some time in that space to get your best work done, because that's really important. So carve that out over the next 4 weeks while we dive into this stuff. So once again, congrats, welcome in. This is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of work for my team. So we're investing a lot in you guys. I hope you can see the value in what you're getting here, because when you really add the numbers up, we're not making a profit on this beta group. There's way more of our time and resources, more than the $95 upfront fee, and then we're going to be providing a lot of support for you ongoing, of course, with just that small monthly fee. So this is really a collaborative effort. We're helping you a ton, so in turn you can help us a ton with feedback. So everywhere along the way, we want your feedback. If there's something you don't like, if there's something that you think could be done better, if there's something that you think is missing, let us know, because that's why we created that offer, to invite you into the beta program. It wasn't just a scheme to bring in people. If that was the case, we would have brought in a lot more than 15. So let us know the feedback, please. And congratulations once again for coming in. So over the next 4 weeks, here's kind of what we're going to be doing. So just kind of set your mind for what we're going to be diving into. The next 7 days, we're going to be getting the websites up. and customize over the next couple weeks. So that's step one. We got to get those sites set up. And we're going to be working with you to make it your own. And that's the big important thing, because a lot of people will buy template websites, or even a lot of people will have a web developer develop a site for them, thinking the web developer knows how to make the site, how to make it effective, how to make it build credibility and convert. We're going to be doing that for you. So we're going to take our template, which is the base template. All the websites look the same at the start, and we're going to work with you with that 2-hour time block that we're giving you to do all the customizations to your site you can. You'll see, I'll do a quick demo, but you'll see all the different things we can do with the sites. If you want some more stuff done that our system can't handle right now, let us know, because that might be something we can build in and make it more effective for you and our future members. Going to give you a bunch of training, so I'll kind of go over, I'll recap all the kind of cool stuff that you beta members are going to get. We'll fulfill the bonuses like the Facebook fan page. That's going to come after we get the websites up. In the 4 weeks of calls and Q&A, and of course we're going to help you to get the leads within this time. So we're not going to get the leads for you. Once again, this is not a service where we're giving you leads. That's not a realistic thing in a realistic business. If that were the case, we would set up 500 websites of our own to bring in the leads ourselves and do those deals or sell the deals to other people. It's not that easy. There's a lot of work that goes into it, but we're going to give you that edge, and we're going to help you to start to get those leads hopefully within the first 4 weeks, which should be really, really cool. So just to kind of recap, what it is that you're getting, so you remember. So once again, 15 of you in the beta program, and there are some people in here who are experienced. There's people in here who have done a good amount of deals, and there's people who are new, which is good. We want feedback from both sides of things. We want feedback from the newer investors and from the more experienced investors. So let us know, once again, feedback. So this is what you're getting, once again, the system. So you're getting the website system. It's simple, effective. This is the same slide you saw last week. Professional real estate investor online web presence system, and it comes with a bunch of stuff. You're going to see that. I don't need to read it right here, but the system, that's what we're going to be getting. I'll give you a demo of that. And then the training. So this is something that normal REItheme members do not get, but we wanted to really help you as beta members dive in and do a bunch of stuff. So you're getting access to us each week with the Q&A webinars. You're going to get my SEO hacks that we use to get our sites ranked really well. You're going to get some Google AdWords stuff, a really cool strategy for automating your cash buyer generation using text message or using voice broadcast marketing and text message marketing, and some other stuff we haven't even told you about. So these are going to be delivered over the next about 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, depending on when we think it will make sense. Because once again, we don't want to throw a ton of stuff at you guys right now and just totally overwhelm you, because we want to take it step by step. Get the sites up, check. Get them customized, check. Now we need to start working on getting leads and doing that kind of thing. That's where we'll bring the training in. The blog content training, and then the one-on-one help that I've already mentioned. So you get 2 full hours with our team for free. That's included in there. If you need more time, this is one question a beta member's already asked. If you need more time of ours to do a lot more customizations or to do ongoing work, we do it. We do have a program where you can buy blocks of hours, but it's insanely cheap. $60 for a 2-hour time block for us to do all kinds of web work, even graphics and stuff like that. With our experience, that's insanely cheap. We're not making money on that, once again. What that is service, because we know if you're able to get your website system set up the way that you want it, we know that you're going to be a customer of ours for a long, long time, because you're going to get results. And that's our aim. It's just to recoup our costs, pay my guys who are going to be doing the work, what they charge us, and then let you guys get some results, so you stay long-term customers of ours and frankly we would love testimonials from you once you're able to get results with the system. So here's a quick rundown once again of stuff that you are already getting. So you're going to get unlimited lead pages, the custom tested lead pages uploaded to your site, and we're already testing new lead pages. So as we find ones that work well, we're just going to tell you guys how to upload them into your own site. So you'll get all of our best converting and best performing lead pages right into your site, so you can use them if you want to. So we're going to do the baseline search engine optimization for your specific market. That's what we do with, let's see, there's questions coming in. Cool. That's what we do. We're going to do with you to help you get an edge in your market, to help you rank in that first page, and hopefully even in the top 5, and maybe even in the #1 result for terms that are going to get you leads. Can we guarantee that that's going to happen with just the baseline SEO we're going to do? No. It hasn't happened for a lot of people in markets like Charleston and in markets like Kenosha, Wisconsin, and Oregon, Florida, all kinds of other markets. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of our past REA theme customers who have that top 3 search result without doing anything, and we're going to help you get there. But if you're in a more competitive market like Phoenix, like Los Angeles, like Las Vegas, it's going to be tougher. So we're going to give you the tools and training to have you be able to get there yourself after we do the baseline optimization. So drag and drop forms creator, I'll show you all this stuff, customizable look and feel. If you already have an email autoresponder program and it integrates with our system, we'll do the integration for you. If not, we'll hook you up with MailChimp, which you get for free. It's not going to be any extra, and we'll integrate it into your system for you, so you have a world-class email marketing system right into your REItheme system, and we'll do that within that 2-hour time block. All kinds of other stuff. So this is the stuff. If you want a rundown of this, again, email me. I could send you the slide if you want, but that's the system. Of course, this is a slide you saw the other day. Full control of your site, in Edge and SEO, simplicity, save time. Okay, cool. So let's dive in. I'm going to go check out, because there's been a couple questions already in. Okay, cool. So Patricia's saying, please define lead pages. Patricia, I'll dive into that here in a sec. A lead page is a squeeze page. If that's kind of the term that most people go by, as a squeeze page. It's where you have a page that is designed to do one thing, and that's to generate a lead, to get an email address. Like a cash buyer generation page, like a squeeze page for giving a free stop foreclosure report. I'll show you that kind of stuff, because that's stuff that you guys are going to get with this, and you can create your own custom ones if you want, which is the cool thing. So keep hitting your questions in. So what we're going to do this week, and I want to lay out the next 7 days, is the big priority this week is getting your site set up. And some of you on this call are offenders right now, so I'm not going to call you out by name, but some of you on this call, we haven't heard back from you yet on how many websites you want. So if we don't hear back from you by Monday on how many websites you want, we're going to honestly get moving forward without you. So if we don't hear back on Monday, excuse me, for how many websites you want, 1 website, 2, or 3, and once again, we have a motivated seller generation website, we have a cash buyer generation website, and then we have a main company credibility site, which also has the private lender aspect to it. It has your private lender investor questionnaire on it. We have a private lender squeeze page that we'll be uploading there in the next few weeks, stuff like that. So let us know what you need. Some people only need 1 website. They just might want one to generate cash buyers. If that's it, then we'll set up the 1 website for you, and then you only pay that of course monthly fee for that very affordable monthly fee. So once again, as a recap, 1 website's only $29 a month, 2 websites $39, and then all 3 is the $49, which is an insane deal. So if you haven't told us that yet, let us know, hopefully before the weekend, because we can't set your sites up until we know. And if we don't hear from you by Monday, we will ask you to leave the beta group, and we'll refund your $95, because we just want to start moving forward with things. And I really do want to help you, and we can't help you unless you take these easy, simple steps of letting us know what we can do for you as far as your site. So if you haven't done that yet, please email me or email Kyle at support@reitheme.com. So support@reitheme.com, or you can email me at trevor@reitheme.com and just say, I want 2 sites, a cash buyer and a seller site, or I want all 3, or I want just 1 website, I want this one. Let us know. Then once we know that, we'll send you a form, a really simple form where you'll just give us some basic information, and then we'll have your website set up within 2 days. So that process is going to happen really, really quickly. So that's number 1. We can't do anything in this process without that. And once again, the deadline is Monday. So if you haven't done that yet, do it. if you're having a problem because you haven't done that, like if you're not sure what domain name you should pick, or if you're not sure how many websites you need, send us an email and ask us that question. We'll help you. So we'll say, okay, what's your business? We'll dive in and really find out what your business is, and we'll recommend you'll really need this one website. So if that's your hang up is you're not sure what you need, email us and tell us that so we can really connect with you and give you our recommendation. Okay, we got that behind us. So the next thing we're going to do on the very next slide is, on this call, I want to set up our implementation appointments. So once again, first step is we'll get the site set up. The next step is we're going to dive in and do appointments with you to implement stuff for you. So the way that we're going to set it up is, as a requirement, at least the first half hour has to be a one-on-one session with us on a webinar like this, but where you see us doing changes, where you can talk to us, where I can ask you questions. So it's going to be just me or just Kyle and you. And we're going to dive in and we're going to do the customizations for you. We're going to dive in and ask you what your strategy is. We're going to take the logo that you send us, or if you don't have a logo, we're going to help you create one. And sometimes we can create a really simple logo for free for you. We won't even charge you for it. It won't be like crazy awesome, but it'll be simple, clean, and it'll look fine. So that's the next thing, is we're going to give you some times in the next slide, and I just need people first come first serve to choose the time so we can get you on the calendar to dive in and do that first implementation appointment with us. And like I said, it has to be at least 30 minutes, but ideally it's a full hour. So that would be the first hour of our time, is us doing these initial customizations with you. And then the next hour, we can hop on another call with you if you want to, where it's the one-on-one webinar like that. Or ideally, you have a full list of questions and things that you need to do after that first hour call with us, and then you take it away, and then you just send us stuff as you need us. And then we'll just tally our time on our end. And once again, if we go over a little bit, we're not going to make you pay more for it. Our goal is to get you the website you want. And if we're within a range of that 2-hour time block, then we're going to be totally cool with it. So that's the next thing, is we're going to set up that implementation appointment. So if you can write this down right now, here's some things that we'll need. You're going to need a logo on your website. So if you have a logo, email that logo to us. Email that logo to Kyle at support@reitheme.com. Just go ahead and email that logo, or you can upload it to your websites yourself if you want to. We have video tutorials in the REItheme members area that we'll send you that link here shortly, and you could upload the logo in 14 seconds yourself if you wanted to. But send us the logo if you want us to do it. Tell us what your colors are. Maybe give examples of your marketing so we can see kind of how we should pattern the website. If you already have testimonials, send us as many testimonials as you have. Pictures of you. If you have a good picture that we can put on your About Us page to build credibility, email that as well. So write this note. Here in the next few days, if you can, email us what you have in one email if possible. So email us a logo if you have it. If you have some kind of marketing materials that have your business colors on them, awesome. Email some examples. If you don't, no big deal at all. Don't think you have to have any marketing materials. We just want to make sure that whatever website we're creating looks like your current branding. Once again, a picture of you and your team, your other team members, email us those pictures so we can get them on your website for you. And then testimonials. If you don't have testimonials yet, that's one thing that we're going to do in the next week as an action item, is go out there and get at least 3 testimonials. I'll give you that little testimonial action plan here in a bit once again. And once again, the testimonials are a biggie. And this is something we really need to focus on, because it's easy to get good testimonials when you follow the format that we're giving you. But this is a really good thing to kind of break the ice, because one of the biggest problems I've found with people in business, or even in real estate, whatever it is, if you're venturing out to do anything in entrepreneurship, one of the biggest problems that people have is taking that initial action. And that's really what separates the people who see initial success from the people who toil away and never really see it, is they're taking the wrong action. So maybe they're taking a lot of actions and learning all the time, but they're not taking the small, simple things like going and getting the testimonials that we're going to really push you to get this next week. And frankly, it's going to get you out of your comfort zone, which is an awesome thing, because the more out of your comfort zone you can get, the more big things you're going to be working on, and the more deals you're frankly going to do, because you're more apt to get out of your comfort zone if you've done it one other time. So the implementation appointment. Once again, we got 2 hours of our time. I already mentioned that to you right there. So here's some time. So if you can right now, just through the questions panel, we're just going to take first come, first serve on these. Here's the 3 days that we're going to do them, and if one of these 3 days doesn't work for you, we can set up a custom time with you the next week, so the week after that. All these times are next week, and it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. We've got 10 a.m. These are all Pacific times. I'm on the West Coast, so I get kind of mixed up with my Eastern time. So these are all Pacific times. 10 a.m. Pacific, 11:15 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Or we've got the same times except for on Wednesday, 3 p.m. because I've got something on Wednesday afternoon that I have to attend to at 5. And then Thursday, we're going to switch it up. We're going to add some afternoon times in for people. Thursday, 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. And once again, these appointments are going to be between 30 and 60 minutes, depending on what we can and need to get done in that call. So go ahead and shoot your top 2 preferred times through, because there's already people shooting the same time through. So shoot your top 2 preferred times through right now. And what we're going to do is after this call, I'm just going to go ahead and hop in that little questions panel, and we'll give you your first choice if you're the first one to pick it. If for some reason both the times that you picked were already picked before you, we'll contact you, let you know what times are open, or once again, we can set up a more flexible time the week after. The big thing is we really want to set appointments, because anytime we leave it really open and stuff doesn't get done as quickly. So we want to make sure we keep moving forward, keep implementing fast and getting stuff done. So let me bounce out because I saw a bunch of questions come through here. Okay, cool, Patricia. Patricia, I can just send you guys this PowerPoint presentation if you want, so you have it. Cool. Yeah, Stuart. So good question. The simple lead database we have in there, yes, you can export it. I think it's in a CSV format, and I'll show you that here in a bit. You can export it, and once again, if you integrate it in with, let's say, MailChimp or some other email marketing platform that we integrate with, all of your leads will be over there as well. And we are in the process of building out a more robust lead management system. But let me say this, we have no intentions of making REItheme like a back office for your real estate business. That's not what we're focusing on. There's other systems out there, and frankly, most real estate investors don't do enough deals and don't have enough deal flow to even need a back office. It's just kind of one of those sexy, cool things that people put in their software systems to try to sell stuff. We're really sticking with how do we help you dominate and do really good with your web presence. So yes, you can export your leads from the database, but it's not an extremely robust, and it's not a lead management system. Okay, cool. So logos and colors, Steven, awesome. I'm just looking at these questions. Done. Okay, cool. So people are already sending their appointments in. Awesome. Okay, cool, guys. So yeah, I'll send out the PowerPoint presentation slides to you all after this, just so you have it. So you don't need to write down anything or anything. Just kind of focus here. So one thing, and this is something I know it's been reused a billion times, goals, right? And we've all been told to do goals probably 1,000 different ways, all kinds of different stuff. And goals are a biggie. I can tell you one story from myself, and I'm already looking at the clock, guys. This is going to run long. As you'll get to know me, that's kind of my style. I need to start making things quicker or tack on another half hour to stuff, but I want to make sure that you guys get value and I answer all the questions. So we're probably going to go till about 5. So goals. A quick story of mine. So when I was really getting started in my entrepreneurial career, I already owned an apartment building, a small one. I had moved up to Portland at the time, and I learned from someone, I don't remember who it was, to do goals, right? So I created my own goal worksheet, and I can send you guys my goal worksheet, the one that I created. This would have been, back in 2005 or 6, that I created for myself. and I used it. And that goal worksheet is really what helped me attain my initial goals. And there's a lot of different kind of goal systems out there, how to write them down, how to think about them, where to put them, all kinds of stuff. And there's, some of them work for some people, some don't. So don't think that what I do is going to work for you and vice versa. All that we need to know is we need to have down specific goals for this next 4 weeks. If we don't, then we'll never hit anything. So what we're going to do is really, here's my goals for us. And I'd like for you to create goals for yourselves in this same time period. So goals for the first 7 days. The initial goals, what we're hitting for is we're pushing to get these websites up. So most of the work for getting the websites up is on me and my team. All you have to do is just please answer the emails that we send you, and answer them hopefully in a timely manner as soon as you can, and give us the information that we need as quickly as we can, because we can't move forward unless we get this stuff from you. So that most of the next 7 days is on us. We're going to get that stuff done as quickly as you can give us what we need. And we're going to send you as few emails as possible so we don't get things mixed up. And for you, this is the big task for you. Once you've sent us that stuff that we need, and we'll send you, once again, the first thing we need is we need to know how many websites you want. That's number one. Email us at support@REItheme.com. We can't take you to the next step unless we know that, because we can't get your site set up. Once we get your site set up, then we're going to ask you for the logos, for all that kind of stuff, so we can do that for you. The thing that you need to work on this next week is testimonials. Some of you have testimonials. Some of you don't. Some of you have people who you can go for testimonials. Some of you probably are kind of racking your head against the wall thinking, man, where can I get testimonials? So that's what we're going to help you with. We're going to help you get quality testimonials that you can use not only on your website, but in your business in general. So if you are putting together a credibility package that you're giving to private lenders, or that you're giving to when you're going to meet with a home seller at their house, part of that credibility package should be testimonials. And these testimonials that you're going to get over the next week, and I'm really going to push you once you get out of your comfort zone, because this is going to be a biggie. You have to get out of your comfort zone and make cool things and happen in real estate, in life, in anything. And this is just a little exercise to do it, and we're going to use these testimonials. So get 3 testimonials in the next 7 days. And this one's going to just a little screenshot of one of our customers' websites. And you can see in that bottom left corner, his website looks almost nothing like the stock websites. He took action like insanely fast, this customer did. He joined about 3 weeks ago or a month ago. And he's a high volume investor in Southern California. He does a lot of deals. And so he set up a cash buyer website. This is a motivated seller website. And he got stuff done quick. He worked with us to do the customizations. I think he bought 2 hours from us, and he's only used like an hour and a half, because we work really, really quickly. But that's what we're going to do for you. We're going to get your stuff set up and customized really, really quick. The site's set up in the next week. So that action item for you, once again, this is the exact slide that I showed last week, and it's really important. So if you already have 3 testimonials, awesome. Make it a challenge to get 3 more in the next week. Okay. So this is going to be homework. I hate the word homework, but I'm going to hold you guys' feet to the fire. I'm going to make sure that you guys get stuff done. And if I don't get the 3 testimonials from you, let's say by Thursday next week, by our next call, then there's going to be some consequences to pay. What? I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. So here's that exercise. Once again, who can you think of in your life that you can go to ask about their experience in working with you in whatever capacity is? Do you have a banking account? I'm going to assume everybody does. Awesome. Go to your banker that you work with, someone you have some sort of relationship with, and say, hey, Sally, I've been working with you for 2 years or for 10 years or whatever it is, and we're starting a real estate investment company, or we have a real estate investment company. That's even better, but if you don't know, biggie. And I'd really love, for you to just kind of tell people, and if we can put it down in a written format to where other people can read it as well, tell people your experience in working with us as a banking customer. Have we been honest? Have we been prompt? Have we been really good as far as keeping great balances in our account? Have we been good to work with? Would you work with us if you had a chance to work with us outside of the banking scenario? So get that person to essentially give a credibility testimonial for you as a person. Okay, if you don't have your business going. If you've got your business going and you're a real estate investor and you have a real estate investment business account, go to your banker and get them to give a testimonial about working with you on that side of things. Your insurance agent, same thing. Your real estate agent, biggie. Even if it's your real estate agent just that you bought your own house from, go to them and say, hey, would you give would you give a testimonial on your experience working with us and us buying our house? Because we're starting our own real estate investment company. And we really enjoyed working with you, and we would really love for other people to know the experience that you had just working with us personally. Could you do that for us, please? Almost everyone's going to say yes to that. Your boss, if you have a job, your coworkers, mortgage brokers, a biggie. Your customers, if you're already doing deals, go to some of your recent customers. Go to some of your cash buyers or private lenders if you already have some. And for sure, if you're doing deals already, you need to be going back to your motivated sellers. I mean, maybe not back to them, but when you're closing deals, as part of that closing process, get a testimonial from them right there. Have them write down on a piece of paper or record a video telling their experience in working with you, how easy it was, how you helped solve their problem. These are huge in conversion. This is what's going to separate you from that average investor in your city who isn't doing deals, who has no credibility, or thinks they have no credibility because they're not leveraging the stuff that they're already doing. These are big. Don't discount the testimonials. So this is your 7-day exercise. Write some of these down. Get me a minimum of 3 testimonials by next Thursday. Ideally, pictures of the people. So if you go to your banker and have them do it, snap a picture of them, or see if they have a picture of themselves on their website or something like that that you can use and get permission to use the logo of their business. So get all that stuff. It's really, really great with credibility. Influential people that you know, famous quotes, that's something we could help you with. You don't need to go out there and do that. Completed projects, once again. If you've done deals, so if you've completed like a rehab or wholesaling deals, get together some of that deal information and send that to us when we're getting ready to customize your website, because that's what we'll put in your testimonials, or we can even create a new page on your website that is our projects. That way someone, maybe a private lender or a cash buyer, can go and look at the projects you've already done. It just really gives a lot of credibility. So credibility and testimonials are your big action item, along with getting us the information that we need over the next 7 days. So simple. Goals for the first 30 days. So mainly the first 30 days is going to be all about customization, getting your game plan down and learning. So you really need to get that messaging down and really know your market. So I went over this a bunch in that call last week. And we did put a replay of the call up. It's at REItheme, so reitheme.com/replay. So if you wanted to go back and check it out at your own leisure, look at some of that stuff that I taught and get a recap on it, awesome. But that's one thing I would really suggest you do, is maybe spend a day, total time over the next 30 days and really get to know your market. So really do a little bit of research in your market. Find out how many foreclosures there are. Go talk to a few people in foreclosure, or go talk to a few real estate agents and ask them how the environment is. What are the big struggles and frustrations they're having? What are the big struggles and frustrations the real estate agents are having, or the home sellers are having? Go talk to some of your cash buyers. If you don't have any cash buyers yet, open up the newspaper or go drive around your town for an hour and find a bandit sign out there that says "We buy houses," and give them a call and just talk to them and say, hey, I'm an investor as well, and we're all in this together. We're not competitors. There's a ton of deals out there, but we're creating our marketing systems to find deals. What are your big frustrations that you found in finding great deals? Write that stuff down. What are the things that you're looking for? Write that stuff down. And now you're getting to know what your cash buyers want, what your cash buyers need. You're not just guessing, or you're not copying someone else who maybe doesn't have a clue what they're talking about. So get that messaging down. And it doesn't take a lot of work. Like I said, maybe a day's time over the next 30 days, but you're going to feel such a big weight lifted off your shoulders when you do this, because you'll understand what people are thinking. You're not guessing anymore. And then you just need to talk. You need to use your messaging on your website to talk to what you found out. So over the next 2 weeks, we're going to work with you on customizing the stuff. So once again, set up your implementation appointment. That'll be the first thing. And then after that, we can either set up a follow-up call where we're going to do the work with you again, or you can just send us the stuff as you need us. And then I'm going to leave it up to you to create that game plan based on what the training that I provide here over the next 4 weeks. It'd be really, really easy for me to write out your entire action plan for the next 90 days. But what's going to happen with you after that 90 days? What if you don't feel empowered and you're not able to write out your own action plans in an effective way because I did it for you? That's not what I want to create. I want to create people who have freedom, who are independent, who can take and grow your business after we are done with this beta program. So I really want you to focus and create your own game plan, your own action plan on what you're going to take from this beta program and from other stuff that you know, and write out your action plan for the next 90 days and the goals that you want at the end of that 90 days. So if you can write this down right now, so the first week's goals, that's really quick stuff. That's get us the stuff that we ask you for, get us those 3 testimonials. The first 30 days, we're really looking to really get your website done as far as the content, get everything hooked up, have you get a game plan going. What is it that you want to have done? What is your goal 90 days from now? Within this first 30 days, we'd really love for you to get your first blog post on your website. We'll show you how to do that. We want to, get the word out about your website, because even though our websites are search engine optimized, as far as on the initial search engine optimization, we're going to show you how to do it even more. Because there's a lot of work that can go into SEO, especially if you're in a competitive market. So I can't say that everybody's going to have first page, top 3, top 1 results with their websites. A lot of those websites will set up and they will be in the top 5 within a week of a good term. Some of them will be like number 1, like that one for Stop Foreclosure Now Charleston. That person didn't do any work to get there. But in more competitive markets, you're going to need to do a little bit of work over and above what we've already done on the SEO side of things. But we're going to be here for your resource. We'll show you what to do. We'll tell you what to do. So you really do need to get the word out about your website, because SEO isn't gonna make your business thrive. SEO is one tool. It's one part of the equation. Go out there and learn other marketing. Make it a big point to learn marketing and know marketing well. And find out what other marketing vehicles work for you. Maybe Craigslist works for you. There's one of our, James Durkin from Florida on here. I was talking with him on email today, and he's getting a few leads a day off of Craigslist. And we'll show you how to do that here for the next 4 weeks if you're not already doing that. Those are cash buyer leads. So that's something that is really easy to do, and you can do that and get leads within the first 30 days. But same thing, Craigslist isn't going to sustain your business. There needs to be several different pillars of ways that you're getting leads. So get the word out about your site. So this is what I want you to write down right now, because this is a huge thing. Because once again, it's a really, really easy step to dive in and buy something. It's a really easy step to dive in and say, hey, I'm forking over my $95. I'm joining this beta program to get our website system up and get some coaching and stuff like that. The hard part is actually the implementation and pushing things forward after that. So what is it that you want in your life? What do you want your life to look like 90 days from today? Make a note right now on a piece of paper, and after this call, we don't have enough time to do this exercise now, but after this call, take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and write out what your ideal day, your ideal average day will be like 90 days from now. So I'm not talking about like your most awesome day, your awesomest day, going and meeting with Van Halen and all this kind of stuff. I'm talking, what do you want your Wednesday, 90 days from now, to look like in your life? You want to wake up. Where do you want to wake up? What do you want to be doing with your day? What do you feel that day is like? What do you feel like from an emotional standpoint? Are you confident? Are you confident in the direction that you're going? What's your bank account look like in 90 days? Write these things down. And I'm not saying that the REItheme alone is going to get you there, but you can't get there with the REItheme or with anything else unless we write those down and get very specific. Get that done. So what do you want that to look like in 90 days? So, but as far as REItheme and this beta program's concerned, over the next 90 days, even after the 4 weeks is done, we really want you to be pushing forward and working on your effectiveness. So what I'm talking about there, a lot of people use the word productivity, and I hate it, because productivity doesn't really mean anything. Being productive just means you're getting stuff done. But what if you're getting the wrong stuff done? That was one of the things I talked about last week in the call, was a lot of people are staying really, really busy. I mean, I have friends who work 60 hours a week, and at the end of every week are drained, and they feel like they got nothing done because they didn't get anything done that was meaningful. but they got a lot of emails answered. They watched a bunch of videos. They did all kinds of different stuff, but they didn't do anything that we could actually make them money and advance them toward their goals. So effectiveness isn't productivity. Effectiveness is how well you spend your time to do the things that are going to give you the biggest result. So that's what I want you to work on in the next 90 days is being effective, not productive. Because you could work 2 hours a day extremely effectively and get way further along in your goals than working 8 hours a day being productive on the wrong things. Content's a biggie. So get your content and your website rolling. That's a biggie. And that, once again, we're going to give you the framework for doing that. And if you don't want to do it, we're going to show you how to pay other people to do it for you for really cheap. So, we can either do it for you for an extra fee, just pay our writers to write the content for your blog, or there's websites like, I'll give you this website right now. It's called Text Broker. So TEXT broker, textbroker.com, and you can go there and you can pay writers really cheap to get your writing done for you, real estate specific articles, stuff like that, or we can do it for you once again. But either way, you need to be getting content on your websites, or at least on one of your websites, and that's going to be a big thing that's going to help with driving traffic to your site. That's going to help with your SEO, all kinds of stuff. A lot of people expect a website to go online and then they never update it. They never add content. And they're wondering why the traffic isn't growing, why there's not any new traffic, any new leads coming in. And the way I like to look at things, I'll teach this when I go over the blog stuff later. The way I like to look at things, as far as the content side of things, is every blog post you put out, if you do it in the effective way that I'll teach you, every blog post you put out will be for a specific reason, and it's kind of like casting out a new net. So if you're a fisherman and you've got one net in the water, or one line in the water, whatever it is, you're going to catch a lot less fish than if you have 20 lines in the water. What if you have 100 lines in the water? You're going to fill that boat. But if you're stuck there with 1 or 2 lines in the water, you're going to be sitting there and wondering why there's not a lot of fish in your boat. So each blog post, if it's done right, is a line in the water, gets new traffic coming in, which in the end will convert to more buyers, more motivated sellers, more private lenders, things like that. So that's the content. We're going to teach you how to do that. Generating leads, obviously that's why you have a website, so you can generate leads and so you can build credibility. So if your website isn't generating leads, it at least needs to be building credibility for you. So if someone does search your business, they land on a website that looks good, that's structured the right way, that has testimonials in the right way. So we're going to help you with that once again. And one thing that I'm really going to focus on as well, and this isn't something I thought of originally, but I think it's something that will be a ton of value for you. And this actually came to mind when that customer, I showed you his website a few minutes ago. Once again, he's been a member of REITheme for about 3 weeks. He's a regular customer. He didn't get in the beta program, doesn't get this program that you got, but he's an experienced real estate investor. And he's getting ready to ramp up his lead generation. One thing he emailed me a week or two ago, he said, hey, I love the system. How can I sell this system to other people, to other investors? Because he's building a cash buyers list, and he has a lot of experience in building a cash buyers list. So he's actually going to join as an affiliate. He's going to promote REITheme. We'll pay a commission. So we'll pay him 25% of every monthly fee that people sign up from underneath him. You can do the same thing. So how can you find other ways to turn your leads, your cash buyer leads, your motivated seller leads? How can you turn those leads into revenues? I think it was you, James. I'm not sure. It might have been one of our other beta members that emailed in and said, hey, I think it was somebody else actually, that said, hey, here's what we've been doing. We've been doing AdWords. It might have been you, James. We've been doing AdWords, and it just hasn't been working out very well. And I know some investors who are crushing it with AdWords, building buyers lists. But the thing is, they're doing it in a different way. They're not just building a buyers list and sending properties. In order to make that work, you got to have a bunch of money up front, so you can pay money to build a buyers list in the first place, to sustain it until you actually do a deal to pay for your advertising. So what this guy does, and what a lot of us do, is we'll build lists of people who are interested in real estate or who are real estate investors, and then we'll turn around and refer them to products and services that will help them reach their goals. So if you know a real estate investor who could also use a really good website, REITheme, you could refer them there. You could make commissions, recurring commissions every month. That's what creates passive income. And then if you're making commissions, if you're making revenue off of your cash buyers list now, It could be with affiliate marketing. You could be creating your own product if you wanted to. If you're creating that revenue up front, now you can spend more money in Google AdWords. You can spend a lot more money in Google AdWords to get better results. So that's a whole training that I'll dive into. But overall, and this is the last slide I've got, that I'm going to take questions. We'll dive in and do some demo tonight if people want to, or we can just wait for the implementation sessions to really dive in and show you around the system. But this is the last slide. So this is the exact same slide I had last week, and this is the biggest differentiator. Continual rapid implementation is the biggest differentiator between average and ultra successful people. And that's all that I ask of you over the next 4 weeks is come over to this side of things if you haven't been there in the past year, past 5 years, past who cares how long. Come over to this side of things. Come over to the side of things where rather than thinking of reasons why we can't do things, rather than thinking of roadblocks, rather than thinking of reasons why we can't get testimonials or that we can't get a website up because we don't have a logo, think of solutions to getting that stuff done quickly. If we need a logo, awesome. Tap into someone who can help you with that, or go to a website that does logos and pay them, or go to a local college, hire some graphic designer, student from the local college, pay him $20 and get a logo done. You can always get a better logo later. I'll dive in later because I did see a logo question. I'll help you answer that logo question. I just use it as an example because it was in my mind. But let's make sure that every step of the way we're implementing, and we're implementing fast. So each week I'm going to give you an action plan. We're going to really hold you accountable to getting certain stuff back to us. And a week is a long time. A week is plenty of time to get 3 testimonials if you truly want to get those 3 testimonials, and if you truly want to grow a real estate business, build a really kick-ass income stream, and build freedom for your family. So let's implement fast. I just really want you to make that promise, because we're going to be implementing our asses off. We're going to be implementing as fast as we possibly can on our end, as fast as you can get us the stuff that we need. And once again, you definitely don't want us to be delaying on our implementation. So if you give us something, you don't want us to wait a week to get it done. And I want to hold your feet to the fire for the same thing. So once again, I really want that commitment from you. If we ask for something, or if you create your own action plan and you know that this is what needs to be done today to really move you forward in your life or in your business, do it. Put everything else off. Put checking emails off. Put going to coffee with a random business associate who isn't that coffee meeting isn't really moving your business forward. But go to a coffee meeting with a private lender or a cash buyer and talk to them, that kind of thing. So let's focus at least on the next month and really build this into our lives and how we work every day to, okay, how do we structure our day to where we're working on the big stuff first, the stuff that really matters. We're implementing crazy every day on stuff that matters, that actually brings in revenue, that creates freedom for you and your family, and then do the stuff that's not as important later. Once again, checking emails, unless they're emails from us. Watching training from 20 different gurus that month because you think that you need to learn this strategy. Get this stuff done first and then learn a strategy later. So anyway, I'm going to bounce out. Let's answer questions, guys and gals. And I already see a bunch of people. So if you haven't sent in your choice of times, I can go back to that slide. Okay, James. Yeah, so that was you. You were the AdWords dude. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people that I know using AdWords really well to build cash buyer lists. In certain cities, it won't work really well because it'll be too expensive. But the big key is monetizing those leads quickly, so you can then take that money and roll it back into advertising until you do deals. Until you close that deal, which provides that revenue. So, okay, so awesome. So Mac, great question, man. So if you guys have questions about what domain name you should choose, about the website setup process, any of that stuff, shoot it through, because now is the time to ask those questions. So Mac's asking, can I change my domain name after the site is already created? And the answer is yes. It totally is yes. So it's pretty simple on our end to swap a domain name out. Ideally, you give us the right domain name the first time, because it does take a little bit of extra work on our end to do it. But no, if that's what's getting in the way from getting a website set up, just give us any domain name, or even better, we can actually set your website up without any domain name at all. And it'll be, for instance, your website, I'm just going to create a new thing here. New slide. So this might help some of you guys get over a roadblock as far as domain name stuff. So the way that our system's set up is we own trustedandrealestate.com. So that's what we own. So your website's going to be set up on that. It's going to be set up, you know, whatever. Phoenix.trustedandrealestate.com if that's what you choose, or you could choose Mac, Owen, you know, whatever it is. That's what your website will be set up by default. But you don't want to keep this domain name. You want your own domain name. So we'll set your website up like this, and we can still dive in and do your customizations when it's like this without a domain name. So you could wait a week if you wanted to get us your domain names if you didn't have them yet. And then once you had it, we would go in and we would do a quick tweak on our end to make your website whatever it is, www.yourcoolsite.com. So don't let the domain name be a roadblock. If it is, once again, we'll help you kind of think of names for it, but we can get your site set up without the domain name from now. So awesome question, Mac. Okay, next one. Okay, so Don, good question again, man. So is the domain name supposed to be the same as your business name? And it can be whatever you want it to be. So for instance, we have customers who use their, you know, one of our customers, let's go online actually. So this right here, I think I typed it in right anyway. Yeah, so this right here is a customer's website. They haven't really done anything at all hardly to customize it because they liked what was already there. They liked the look and feel. They liked the background. They liked the colors, the pictures. If you don't like any of that, the colors, pictures, structure, the content, whatever, we can change that for you. But so this one, they did name it pivotproperties.com. So what we suggest, if you're getting, as one of your websites, if you're getting the main company credibility site, if you're getting that, that one's a really good one to make the name of your company. So this one is their main company credibility site. Once again, they didn't really do much at all to customize it other than their testimonials page, which is a killer testimonials page, their About Us page, stuff like that. But still, the website looks really, really clean and professional without them doing any work to it hardly. And that's my suggestion. If it's your main company credibility site, I would suggest it be your company name. If you can't get your company name because somebody already has it or something, find something close. You know, go to GoDaddy, or I suggest a service called Namecheap. So let me get rid of this. N-A-M-E, cheap. Namecheap.com. That's where I buy most of my domains from now. Yeah, if it's your seller website, on the other hand, there's two different ways we can do this. So let's say you're getting all three websites. You're getting a main company site, you're getting a buyer site, and a seller site. And by buyer site, I mean you're generating cash buyers, and by seller site, I mean you're looking to generate motivated sellers. What you can do is you could have us set up, let's say, your buyer's site on buy.pivotproperty or whatever it is, or you could do properties. So we could actually set one of your other websites up as a subdomain on there if you wanted to, if you didn't want multiple domain names, and then your seller one could be sell.pivotproperties.com. So that's another option for you. So that way you're keeping all of your websites on one domain name, but they're just, you know, one's sell, one's buy. Or you can create your own domain name like once again, this is our one of my demo sites that I just kind of toy around on. You can create a domain name that's more descriptive, so something that really describes what your business does. And one really, really crazy cool SEO tip, one awesome SEO tip here for you. If you can get it's called a direct match. If you can get the direct match wording for, let's say, a keyword that you're looking to rank well for. So if we optimized this website and did our initial optimization stuff, if we were looking to rank well for Las Vegas foreclosure properties.com, or if we were looking to rank well for the term Las Vegas foreclosure properties, we would buy the domain name Las Vegas foreclosure properties.com, and Google would give us an edge. So if you live in Phoenix, and you know that just through doing some of that keyword research that I taught you last week, that people are typing in Phoenix Investment Properties, see if you can go to Namecheap and buy phoenixinvestmentproperties.com. And that's going to give you a big edge in search engine optimization for that term, for Phoenix Investment Properties. Can you get great search rankings without a direct match term like that? Yes. So I'm just going to do stop foreclosure now, Charleston. And you can see here, so here's a person with an REItheme website right here, and theirs is snspropertyinvestments.com, and they're still ranked there because we did that initial SEO for them. So yeah, I mean, get really creative with it, or do that. But like I said, my suggestion is for your main company site, ideally make it your company name if you can get it. For your buyer site, if you can, make it something like that that has your keywords in it. So Kenosha investmentproperties.com, that's your buyer site. And then maybe if you're in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which I keep on referring to Kenosha because one of our customers, Ralph, is there. He's a really active investor. But maybe if you're looking to motivate people who are going into foreclosure, avoid foreclosure, Kenosha.com. Could be that one. So just get creative with it. Okay, James. Oh, there's other questions coming in. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Stuart, yeah, just to recap, you probably asked this question before I threw it out there, but yes, it does. Using that strategy does help your rankings. I'm not going to say that you can for sure get like a #1 ranking by buying the domain name that is the keywords that you're looking to rank for, but it gives you a ton of help. I've done it sometimes where I've just bought the direct match domain name and not really done hardly any SEO and got a #1 ranking for a decent term. I mean, that you're not going to be able to buy foreclosureproperties.com. It's not available for #1, but you're not going to be able to buy foreclosureproperties.com and get a #1 ranking in it just because you have the domain name, because there's a lot of competition in that. But it will help for sure. And a cool, like a byproduct, totally against SEO, like not even talking about SEO, as a byproduct, if you're able to get a good descriptive domain name like that, that's not too long, it's a really good branding thing. So when someone lands in your website, or when you're doing your marketing, let's say you're marketing for cash buyers, you're marketing for motivated sellers, and once again you're looking to attract people in Kenosha who are trying to stop foreclosure. If you own avoidforeclosurekenosha.com, that's something really easy for people to remember if you put it on a billboard, or if you put it in a newspaper ad, or a postcard you sent to them. So that's another reason to have an easy, simple, descriptive domain name that isn't your business name. James, so James is asking, would it benefit you to have 6, 7, or more sites up? So here's my take on it. I'm not going to say this is like the end all be all. Here's my take on it. If you could do really, really well with all 6 websites, you're putting content up on them, you were focusing on driving marketing to each one of them, and you could do that and still have them all be effective, yeah, I mean, 1,000 websites that are all working for you and that you have a system to where they're all doing what they need to do is better than one, right? But most of us don't have big businesses. We're just like one-man shows, or with my business, we've got a few people that work for me. And most of us don't have enough time to manage 6 or 7 different websites well enough to make them all perform well. So what I would truly suggest, what I would honestly suggest, is you pick between 1 and 3. So once again, if you're looking to generate cash buyers, you've got a cash buyer website. And there's a lot of people out there, like as an offshoot, there's a lot of people out there that say websites aren't as good as squeeze pages. And I think that's total BS. Because Google now, the way Google looks at stuff, their newest algorithm update, the way Google looks at stuff is they look at content. And if you have content-rich websites, they're going to like you better. If you have new content being updated on your website often, whatever often is, you just have to decide what that is for you. But let's say once a week. If you have new content updated on your website, and Google looks at your website, let's say they're grading your site exactly the same as your competitor in your market, but your competitor never updates their content, and you update yours once a week, Google's going to give you the edge. So where I'm going with this is, pick a small amount of websites first, between 1 and 3 depending on what you need. Refine your systems. So refine your systems for content generation, for marketing. Once you get to a point where, let's say, and maybe this is a reason you would want multiple websites, but let's say you're working in different cities, okay? You're working in Boca Raton, Florida. You're working in Orlando, Florida. You're working in Tampa, Florida. Maybe you would want a different website for each city. So maybe you'd want a different motivated seller website for Tampa and a different one for XYZ city. That could be a motivation for doing it, because then you could gear that website just for Tampa. Or a totally another option. Throwing this out there. So let me do this. So this is a guy that I know. Brings in a ton of leads. Tons of leads. They sell properties on there, all kinds of stuff. Let's do Atlanta Investment Properties. So you can see here they're using Google AdWords, and he's one of the examples that I use for Google AdWords because I know they work. I know him personally, like I said, I know they work. So I'm going to click through here, and this is one way that you could use the same website but gear it toward different cities to get different search rankings. So you can see here that all of they advertise in Florida, they advertise in a bunch of different cities, but they're all on myhousedeals.com. So they don't have 5 different websites, they've got one. And then they have a different part of their website that's geared for each city. And essentially they just like copy the same information over from city to city, but then they just change the words. So if you land on the Tampa one, for instance, it'll say Tampa Investment Property List. Blah, 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 blah. It'll say the word Tampa in there, and then it's going to serve you up Tampa deals. You can see this is Atlanta. It's serving you up Georgia deals. So that's one way to do it, James. If you didn't want to manage 6 or 7 different websites, and let's say you're building a cash buyers list, you could pick your 5, 6, 7 top markets, add on one at a time, and then in REItheme, we haven't really done this with anybody in the REItheme platform, but you can do it. And if you're ready to do that, we can help you do it to where you can then create a page that's cities, and then it's like a category page, and then you can have a specific page for each city, and we can show you how to do that. REItheme can do it. Like I said, we don't even have video tutorials to show how to do that because nobody's really wanted to do it yet, but that is an option. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so Stuart, only three could you use for? Yeah, I mean, Stuart, you can do subdomains for your sister websites if I'm getting what you're asking right. So, and you are someone I need to connect with because Kyle forwarded me your email that you're looking at. You're really expanding out. Okay, cool, good. I just got your last one. I got you now. Yeah, so if you're looking to do it, just like what I showed there, the REItheme system can do it. And ideally, you don't create 4 million different websites unless you're able to get those direct match domain names that will help you with the rankings better. Because Google really likes websites that have a lot of content. So if you had 15 different cities on that one website and you optimized each page, your Atlanta page for Atlanta, and then you did some extra SEO stuff that I can teach you how to do, it would help you. Okay, yeah, James, the seal. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Going through questions. If you have questions, guys and gals, shoot them through. So one question I'll ask before we bounce out, because I know we're over time. Do you guys want me to take you into REItheme right now and give you a quick look around, or do you want to wait until you have your phone call? We also have video tutorials that after you sign up, you'll get a video tutorial that gives you the walk around. It gives you a way more in-depth walk around than I'd be able to give you now on the entire platform. And that's already there. So after you sign up, you will get that. So if I get at least 4 people that say, yeah, I want a quick demo right now, I'll do a demo. If not, then we'll wait, and you can do the demo of the site with that video tutorial, and or we can use up some of that 2-hour time to show you a one-on-one demo if you want. But you don't need to use that time for that. You can watch the video tutorial, or I can spend 10 or 15 minutes now on it if I get 4 people that say, yes, dude, do a demo now. Okay, I've got a couple. Stuart, let's set up a time to chat next week about it. I've got a jet right after this call. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's... Yeah, Don, if you got a jet, man, go ahead and jet. Like I said, we've got the demo. I'll hop in there right now because there were 4 people who sent in that they want to see the demo. So if you want to hold on for another 5 or 10 minutes, I'll give a quick run through so you know what to expect. But once again, after you join, or after you send us your website information, we'll land you on a page that says, hey, here's the quick demo. You can go through it. So that is there for you. But I'm just going to go ahead and go in. I'll log into the Las Vegas. And one thing too, guys and gals, for those of you that don't have a domain name yet or need one, I own a ton of domain names. So I own a lot of really good ones like Reno Foreclosure Properties. I think it's like Stockton Foreclosure Properties or Stockton, something like that. Los Angeles. I own domain names in a ton of different cities. Phoenix, Florida, up in Cleveland, Ohio, like all over the place. So if you don't have a domain name, hit me with an email and tell me what city or state you're looking for. I can look in my list. And these ones are ones I've had for a while. I even have websites on a lot of them. So if that's something you wanted to buy a premium domain name like that, I could sell it to you. I'd give you a little bit of a discount since you're a beta member. But they wouldn't be cheap. It wouldn't be $9 a year. But that is an option. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And I hope I remembered my password for this website. Okay, so the way that the system looks right now, once again, this is one of the reasons that we created a beta program, because we know the platform's not perfect, and I know that, and we know that we want feedback from you. So if there's stuff, once again, that you think is tough, if there's stuff, once again, that you think is confusing, that could be updated, that could be added, we're going to be spending a ton of development time over the next few months on developing new features and making things cleaner, simpler to use. So once again, what you're looking at right now is going to change, but it's going to change for the simpler. It's going to be a lot better. But give us the feedback. That is exactly what we're looking for from you, is the feedback. So this is the first thing that you're going to see when you log in. When you get your sites initially, there's actually going to be a big old welcome box here. It's gone from my account because, of course, we make it to where you can dismiss it once you don't want it there, and so you never see it again. But it's a welcome box that'll say, okay, awesome. Here's step 1, click here and upload your logo. So we walk you through some of those initial simple things. So if you wanted to do some of that work yourself so it wasn't using up the 2 hours that we're giving you of our time, you could dive in and upload your logo yourself and edit your about page yourself and do all that kind of stuff and use us for the more hard stuff. So anyway, so this is what you'll see when you first log in. And you'll see these things over here. If you've used WordPress in the past, this is built off of WordPress, but it's a highly customized version of WordPress. So if you were to go out and have a web guy build this, it would probably cost $5,000 or $6,000 or more to build this with the custom functionality we have in it. So if you're already familiar with WordPress, awesome, you know your way around. But there's posts. So this is where you do all your blog posts. And once again, we have video tutorials that walk through all this. So I can't dive through and show you exactly how to do it all right now, just for time reasons. But this is where you'll go through and do your blog posts. Media, so you can upload pictures, you can upload files, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you had a PDF document that you wanted to put on your website, let's say it's your investor questionnaire, it's a printed off one, or it's a PDF document for, it's a package for your property, you could upload it right into here and it'll give you the URL for it, and you can email that URL to your cash buyers and say, hey, click this, open up this PDF, and it's stored on our website, so you get that storage for free. Pages. So pages are really quick 2-second thing. Pages are these things right here. So testimonials, that's a page. Properties for sale, that's a page. Our company, that's a page. So that's where you manage that kind of stuff. It's really easy to edit this kind of stuff. Comments. because this is a really good blog platform, we want engagement. So you want to get your buyers engaged. You want people to engage in your content. So you can choose to turn comments off if you don't want to accept comments, or keep them. These comments looks like they're probably spam comments. Lead pages. So this is where you're going to create your squeeze pages. So once again, I'm just going to go ahead and go to lead pages. This is a custom functionality within our system. You can't buy this anywhere else. So we're going to have a few pages already uploaded into your websites. And we're going to be developing some more. We already have some more, like the Warren Buffett squeeze page. That's not uploaded to your sites yet, but we'll give you that one once it's ready to actually be put into your site. But let's say I wanted to click this and view it, so you can see what this squeeze page looks like. It's just this, the squeeze page. Let's go back here. Then you go in here and edit. I already showed you in the video last week, but you can go change the content, put a video in there if you want, change your form. If you're using some other email marketing system, you can put that opt-in form code right in there, all kinds of cool stuff. So that's where your lead pages are. Properties. So this is where you go and manage your properties that you're listing on your website. So of course, you're probably only going to use this for your cash buyer website, or maybe your main company credibility site. So that's where you manage your properties. So you'll go here, and we're doing some upgrades to this here pretty quick too, where pretty quick, if you sell a property, we're going to have a checkbox that you can check off that puts a big old red thing that says sold across it. So it really helps with motivating people to act now. But right now it's a killer property engine. You just put in the property address, upload pictures, description, all kinds of stuff that you want to do. Let's go ahead and hop in here, and it takes minutes to upload a property in here. And it's all the same format. So you can see right there, you can type whatever content you want in. You can name it whatever you want to name it. This little GoToWebinar panel's in my way. You can name it whatever you want to name it up there. You can even change the URL. So if you wanted the URL to say something different, you would just update that. And then go down, then we ask you for all the information, and we automatically populate that stuff into your listing. And we automatically make a Google Street View and Google Map listing on it for you. And I think I showed you guys this in the demo, but this is just a dummy address. I don't even know where this is, but we'll automatically do this, so you don't have to do anything. It automatically makes the Google Street View and Map for you, which is really cool. So that's properties. REItheme is where you're going to do your customization. So if you want to dive in and upload your logo, if you want to dive in and change your colors, this is the way you do it. And I'll show you how insanely simple it is. But once again, we have video tutorials that walk you through every step along the way, insanely detailed stuff, so you can actually dive in and go to our members training site, which is, I'll just do that right now. If you want to write this down, it's members.reitheme.com, and this is your members training area. So every week we're adding new images that you can grab. So if you don't like the homepage image that's on there, you can go grab one of our other ones. We're creating new ones every month, so you can grab any one of these images. If you don't like one of these, if you like the image but you don't like the colors, let us know. We can change the colors, or we can change the wording on it for you. That's be part of the 2 hours. Background images. If you want to update a background image, I think it's on this page. Okay, it's on a different one. Which one is it? I think it's general styling. Yeah, so background. So I went ahead and uploaded a skyline of Las Vegas. So that's what shows up as the background of this website. But if you wanted just a color, you could upload a color. You can go look at any of our background images here and use some of ours. Like the cloud one's really cool, I think. So, or you can upload your own once again. And then once again, I'm just going to let you kind of browse around through the members area. You can go to the training videos, type a word here, let's say testimonials, and then click enter, click search. We'll serve you up a video that shows you how to upload your testimonials. So once again, if you're not getting this right now, this is a really, really quick run through, but we have videos that's going to walk you through all this. Change your colors of your website. So once again, let's say I didn't like that blue, and I'm just going to copy this color so I can revert it back to that when I'm done. And I just wanted it to be this kind of bright pink instead. You just drag that, click Save Changes, and now let's go ahead and refresh this, and it's going to make the navigation pink. So, and then same thing, if you wanted this hover stuff, if you didn't want that blue and you wanted that a color of pink too, you go to the hover color. You just go ahead and drag that up. Let's say we wanted the hover color to be that lighter pink, if you're fans of pink. So once again, now it looks like it didn't refresh in time. Yeah, I'll have to go back through and I just wasn't refreshing it in time. So anyway, this is where you do your customizations on the look and feel of your website. This is where you'll go through and do some cool stuff. So anyway, and then down the line, we've got some other things. You've got your forms. So this is where you manage your forms. If you want to create your own buyer's form, or if you just want to edit our buyer form. So let's say you wanted to go to the wholesale buyers list form that we already have on your site, and you wanted to go through and add something to it. So you would go, and right here you can see there's name, email, phone number. But let's say we wanted to add a drop-down box where they could select what kind of properties they invest in. So you click drop-down box. You can see right there, I added it right there. So let's say I want to drag this up to here, and that's where I want it. I would just go ahead and click edit, and I would type of investor, multifamily, rehabber. You get the idea. It's really, really easy to do all this stuff. So then you just close it, click update form, and now this drop down box is automatically put on that form. Really, really quick and simple to use, guys. So what else? Your quotes, testimonials, that's where this is managed through. And then this stuff right here, in the next version of REItheme, we're actually going to be totally updating the look and feel of the user admin. So it's not going to look like WordPress at all. It's going to be a lot simpler, a lot less options, simpler to use. So a lot of these aren't even going to be options in the next version. So you mainly don't even need to touch those ever. The main ones you're going to use are the page, so you can go in and edit stuff, lead pages, properties, REItheme, so you can go in and edit look and feel, and your forms. And everything else, like I said, check the video tutorials. It shows you how to do all that stuff. And then the first 2 hours will do the work for you. So that's a quick little run through. Let's see, any more questions? Yeah, so Stuart, so can you optimize pages for mobiles like iPads? Right now the pages look, so if you were to pull up LasVegasForeclosureProperties.com on an iPad, it would look exactly like it looks right here. Okay, so it would look just like this. It wouldn't get all jacked up. It wouldn't look weird. But what we're doing right now, and this is one of the things, I'm glad you said that, because that's the kind of feedback we need. We need, okay, we need you guys to tell us, okay, this is what I want, and this is what would make my life easier. We'll pick and choose the things that we feel most people would want, and we're going to build those into the system. So we are building in mobile optimized websites. So automatically, let's say you were to go in with your iPad or go in with your cell phone, it's going to bring up a mobile version of your website. A lot simpler mobile version of your site. Right now, like I said, they are optimized to look good in your iPad, to look good in your cell phone, but they're not technically mobile websites. Yeah, Stuart, I call them lead pages. You can call them landing pages, squeeze pages, whatever. Right now, we have 3 really simple templates that we have tested and used a lot that convert well, that you can use the heck out of. And then we're going to upload probably 3 or 4 more over the next 2 months based on other ones that we've been testing lately. And then as we find out new designs that work really well, we'll upload them. But we don't want to have 3 million designs up there, because in the end we want to have the most effective ones up. So we're not going to load it with 25 different squeeze page designs. We're going to keep it simple with no more than probably 6 or 7 squeeze page designs at any one time. Okay, so Patricia, that website that I'm on, the Las Vegas Foreclosure Properties, the one that's nice and pink now, this is a cash buyer website. So you can see here on this website, I changed it to pink here, but this image up here, Las Vegas investment property list, how it works. So then we just walk them through how to join our cash buyers list, essentially. Looks like we need to go through and edit this line so it doesn't bump that word down. That's simple stuff. We have a blog, so this is something we actually we're paying for a service to upload blog posts for us every day, and they were doing it. But and that's a service we can refer you to if you want. It's only like $50 a month, and they'll send real estate related blog posts to your website every single day. And then you just need to go in and customize, maybe spend 10 minutes of customizing them, so your city's in there and stuff like that to give it your own stuff. But that's where this content came from. So yeah, I mean, you can see the blogs on there, properties for sale, testimonials, our company, stuff like that. So this is a cash buyer website. Okay, cool. So if there's no more questions right now, guys, we're going to kind of tally up all of these times, and I see a bunch of times. It looks like pretty much everybody sent times in. Okay, so Stuart, good question. I didn't answer this one before. Which do you feel to be more powerful, a video testimonial or a written, or maybe both? Awesome question. So let me go back to pivotproperties.com. Once again, this is one of our sites. It's a customer's website. I just keep going back here because they have really, really clean branding. They didn't do a whole lot to the site, so it proves that you don't have to do a lot of customization. But they did customize some of the important stuff. So their testimonials page. A testimonial like this is insanely, insanely effective. So the way that they did this is really good. They got written testimonials. What I'll do a lot of the times, like in my marketing business, because once again, I love marketing. I own real estate and I'm an investor, but real estate investing isn't my main business right now. I really love the technology side of marketing. And one thing that we do in our marketing business is when people send us email testimonials, we don't just then go and retype their testimonial and put it on our website, because it's not as believable. When you type a testimonial on a website, anybody could type a testimonial. So it just doesn't seem as real. But these right here seem extremely real. It's handwritten. It's scans of actual letters that people wrote. Scan of a letter. We'll actually take screenshots of emails and upload those on our sites. And of course, we ask the person that we can use it. So this right here, this kind of written testimonial is 10 times better than a testimonial that is just typed on a page. Another way to make your typed testimonials more effective is put a picture. So put a picture of that person next to it. And if they work at a company that has a logo, like a mortgage broker company or a Wells Fargo or whatever, put their picture there, put their name, put their title at that company, mortgage broker at blah 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 brokerage, put their logo there. That right there is going to build a ton of credibility. The big thing is we want to make our testimonials as realistic as possible, and they're real testimonials is the thing. But there's a lot of people who aren't honest marketers out there, who aren't honest business people, who will write fake testimonials. So it's kind of jaded people to not believe what they see. So the more we can make things honest, genuine, and real like this, or like putting their picture with the logo with their testimonial, the better. To answer your question on the video is even better. If you can get a really good, honest, and candid video testimonial, great. One thing that can backfire there is if the person doesn't come across honest and genuine in the video, it could backfire. Even if they are honest and genuine, some people just aren't good on video. But some people who can come across being themselves on video, get them on video. Okay, so Stuart, I have someone. Okay. Yeah, good question, Stuart. I'd have to learn a little bit more about what you're doing with those leads after that happens. So maybe that's something we can talk about next week. But there's a few things you can do with the system. So one thing that you can do is you can choose to have our system send you an email when a new lead comes in, right? Which is standard. I mean, any lead system worth its salt will do that. But then you can also choose to have a blind carbon copy sent to someone else. So maybe that's something that you can have done is, every lead that comes in, you get an email, and that person entering the data gets an email too. That's one option. Or maybe once a week, they go in and do an export and export the new leads, whatever it is. That's something I'd really love your feedback as we go. If you find something that's limiting to that, let us know so we can beef it up a little bit. Okay, I think that's it, guys and gals. Let me go through. Yeah, we'll get you the copies of the presentation. And this video is filmed, so we'll upload this video sometime. Okay, so Steven, if you're here. Yeah, Steven, you're still here. So your question from way back when. Any suggestions on how to create a logo and colors? Man, yeah, I mean, you could probably go to Google and type up ideas for creating logos or whatever. I always like to keep them simple. Like you can see this logo right here. It's a pretty simple logo, Pivot Properties. You can definitely tell they paid money for it, so they probably paid a couple $100 to have this logo created. But it's really simple. I like to have logos have some type of an icon like this. This is like a little picture, and then really simple font right there. And we can actually create you within that 2-hour time block that you have to use. We can actually create you a simple logo that looks just like this, and we can grab some type of an icon. Or there's a really killer website. Write this down, man. If you want a really, really great logo and you're willing to pay $200 or $300 for it, for an insanely good logo, go to this website. It's called 99 Designs. And really cool thing about it, you can go here and you can create an account for free, but then you go and say, okay, I want a logo done. Here's what I want the logo to portray. Here's the colors I like. Here's examples of logos that I like. And then you can say, I'm willing to pay $150 for it, or I'm willing to pay $200 for it, or $100 for it, whatever you're willing to pay for it. And then there's thousands of designers, graphic designers from around the world who are members of this website will go and look through and see, okay, here's all these people looking for logos, and they decide which ones they want to make a design for. And then the cool thing is, you can pick and choose between all the designs you get. You can pick and choose the one that you like. And then you can email them a couple times to have them tweak it and make it exactly what you want it to like. So that's a really cool way, because you can get 50 different design versions, or 100 different design versions. The more money you put out there, the more motivated designers will be to do great designs, the more designs you'll get. But that way you can pick from a ton of different options, and you'll have a killer logo for $100 to $300. Awesome resource. Okay. I'm just going through here, guys, to see if there's anything else before we hop off. Yeah, exactly, Stuart. 99 Designs. Another one is called CrowdSpring, and they're very, very similar things. Those are probably one of the best sources to go get a logo from. Once again, if you're willing to pay a few $100. It's the exact same kind of thing. You go there, you tell people what you like, and you can see right here, like, here's a killer logo right here, really clean, really cool. And that's a big part of credibility too. If you go on a website, like we have REItheme customers who went on there, they've got their website, the whole website looks clean and crisp, and then you go up and look at their logo at the top and it's crappy. It looks like someone created it in Microsoft Paint or something. And that's a big part of credibility. And if you can get something that looks decent for $50, $100, $300, whatever you have a budget for, that's something you might really think about. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like we are done, guys and gals. So we'll go over these times. We'll connect with you guys probably tomorrow and hammer down what those times are. What time? We'll tell you what time you got. And then what's going to happen is, if you can put that time in your calendar, and we'll send you an invite to a call with just me and you, or just Kyle and you. And that's what that call will be. And we really ask that you show up to that call. If you miss your scheduled appointment, that means we're out that hour, out that half hour, that we could be doing other stuff. So if you miss your appointment, we're going to have to kind of stick to our guns and dock you for that hour, which sucks. So, but that's another thing. We want to make sure that everybody's moving forward and really being disciplined, because getting deals done in real estate, being a good entrepreneur, takes discipline. And if we can't even show up to our own appointments that we set appointments for, then that's not a good thing. So we just want to hold you accountable. We want you to hold us accountable, and over delivering in this beta program, and just keep on shooting us feedback. Yes, Stuart, great point, man. So Stuart says crap logos are for marketing fixer-uppers. That's 100% true, because usually the people who are buying the fixer-uppers are looking for like a crazy good deal, and usually a really, really, really good logo that looks like it was expensive means to people that company's going to charge a lot for it. So a lot of times, depending on what you're trying to go for, a lot of times simple and not good looking works better. You just need to figure out what the use of that specific website is. So awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll get you an email out tomorrow, and along with that email tomorrow, you'll get your appointment time and you'll get a recording of tonight's call so you can go back and look through it if you want. But please, 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 once again, as a closeout, if you have not emailed us, and let us know, okay, I want one website and here's the site I want, a seller site, buyer site, main company site, whatever, or I want all three sites. If you haven't emailed us that, we need that ASAP, because we can't move forward with you in this program until that's done. And it's simple. And if you're waiting for a domain name, once again, don't let the domain name stop you. Tell us, I want 3 websites or I want 2 websites. And then we'll add your account to that billing schedule once again. It's really, really crazy, insanely cheap monthly rate. And then we'll get you a form for those 2 websites. So you just give us some simple information so we can get your sites done, or for the 3 websites, that kind of thing. If you don't have the domain name, once again, we can always add a domain name on later or change it. So that is all that I've got, guys and gals. Thank you. Have an awesome night. And my wife is calling right now, so I better jet. Thanks.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.
Hey, babe. Just literally pushed end on the webinar. What? No, that's good. That's good. Serious? Hi, McKinley. Hi. Hi, McKinley. I love you. You have a good day? Awesome. What'd you do today? Huh? What? Oh, you played on the computer? Huh? What? What? Yep, I am. Alright, love you. See you, McKinley. Love you. Bye.